WF representing Palace, so let's tell you about Palace.
So it's defeat in our first game of the season away at Brentford, and it's a frustrating one. It's a frustrating one because I think we were the makers of our own downfall. First 5 minutes, not good enough. Brentford obviously, led the initiative, imposed themselves on us. But once we'd settled, we completely dominated. We dominated possession, nothing else. Yeah, it was just a weird one. Then obviously the decision for the referee to blow his whistle was just ridiculous. It's just basic refereeing. If you're going to blow up, you blow up beforehand, have a word with the players, and then you, like how they do for corners, and then if there was an infringement, then blow up. But, like I said, with the introduction of VAR, you've got to leave things to play out. They leave things to play out when it comes to offsides and whatnot. Just leave it to play out, and then go back to it. You've got help. You'll know whether or not it's a foul or not. That's what you've got to do. Use VAR as an assistant. So that was shocking. But even with that, our reaction to it was shocking. We were all over the place, and then Brentford scored. I think Mark's got to do better there, to be fair. Can't be showing Mboma onto his stronger foot. And then we were all over the place for, I think, the next, up until half-time, I'd say even. We were just all over the place. Second half, dominated. Deserved our goal. Granted, it was an own goal, but deserved it. Fair play to both Mitchell and Munoz getting very high up the field. And we were literally on top. We were on top of the game, dominating. Same with the first half. I think final third decisions were poor. We lacked pace in the attack. Kamada was non-existent. I think he'll get used to the pace of the Prem, but he was struggling. Ebbs just holding on to the ball too long, failing to make the right passes. Mitchell was making multiple overlapping runs, didn't give him the ball, And then, obviously, Eddie scored a disallowed goal. He's got to hold his run a bit better, to be honest. He's looking across the line. He's got to do a little bit better. Granted, it was very, very, marginal. Obviously, we didn't see the lines drawn, but the offside's offside. And then it just went all downhill because of the subs. I have to say, obviously Eddie came off of Mateta, whether that's a knock or fitness, we don't know yet. But that weren't too bad a sub. But Ayew coming off for Kamada. Now, granted, Kamada didn't have a great game, but Ayew wasn't the sub. It had to be Sarr. We had to do something where we're going to force Brentford deep further back. And Sarr's got that pace to run in behind. We saw that against Nantes, where he made multiple runs in behind. And and then after that, Hughes staying on and Wharton coming off. It was just mad. It was mad. Yes, Lerma or Decoy, one of the two should have come on. That's right, but they should have come on for Hughes because then we lost control of the midfield. Our shape was all over the gaff. And then there started to be glaring holes all over. And defensively, once again, for the second goal we conceded, shocking. Now, a lot of people are going to point a lot of fingers towards Henderson, but it took a nasty, couple deflections beforehand, which obviously meant that Henderson had to kind of adjust regardless, because Whistle was going to tap it in regardless, But you've got to look at Anderson there. Obviously, he's jumped up, missed the initial header, and then stood still. He's got to now recover and get into position. If he does that, he hacks the ball away in front of Whistle. And then because of the subs we made, there was nothing to obviously get back into the game, and it's just a disappointing result. It's a poor start in a game which we, like I said, we dominated possession, but had no cutting edge. So we've got to either get into the market and get a few more in before the window closes. And we've definitely got to work on things on the training ground. We've got West Ham next week, and that's a massive game now. Anyway, guys, up the Palace.